What's up, guys? I'm gonna do a little house tour of the house that I built on our server for Ark. Spent quite a bit of time building this house. It's not fully done, but it's done enough. The server's gonna get wiped, so I figured make a video showing the stuff that I did. It is built on the waterfall. This is the location right here, right at the bend of the river. The peg definitely doesn't put me where it's really at. You can see, I don't know why these are there right now, but for some reason those got placed there. I don't think I put those there. There's a little structure underneath the waterfall. I'll show you that later, that you can kind of see with the windows. We've got a regular dinosaur gate right there, behemoth gate on the side. The entire footprint of the building is about 300 foundations, but they're built with ceilings and pillars. This is the front end here. The behemoth gate in the front allows me to access underneath with Sarcos, which ended up being cool at first, but after I reinforced it with more pillars, the Sarcos couldn't actually fit in there, so it was kind of pointless. We've got double behemoth gates for all the entries in the big dino pen, and another entry over here. It's a lot of stone and work that I've put into this. I will show you the inside now. This is the bird pen. Fly up in here. There's a behemoth gate kind of hiding. The bird pen worked out really good for me. It's got a buffer ceiling so that if someone lands on the roof and hits the roof, the birds don't fly to the roof. It's double layered thick everywhere, including the gates, so they don't actually fly out there. Unfortunately, this gate isn't double layered, but didn't really have too much of an issue. We've got the exit to it here, which leads to the big dino pen. This is where I keep my big boys. It's a pretty big area. It never got finished. I never did end up walling it up with the buffer walls, which for a T-Rex, it turns out you actually need 3 walls deep so that their heads don't stick out. Wanted to finish that up on both of these sides, but didn't quite get to it. Still needed quite a bit of resources to do it and use those resources elsewhere. This is the entry point into the main section of the house, as well as the access to the bird pen up here, where I came down from. We've got a door here, which actually leads outside. This is the roof that I showed you earlier. We had some plans for this, but ended up not doing it. We've got some various dinos just kind of scattered throughout here right now. I didn't really have much organization of the dinos for this, but they're here. This is Mr. Pig. He's my move speed pig. He's got some pretty decent move speed now. As you can see, all I did was level up his move speed. He poops a lot, and he's vicious. You would never want to mess with this pig. He would mess you up. We've got various turrets throughout the house. There's one there. The way you access this turret is through this room. And come up here, and you can access the turret, put bullets in it, change it to whatever you want to do. But it can't be accessed from down below. Turrets used to be able to be piked. You could actually just hit them with a pike and kill them. And I put them high enough so that you couldn't do that. I'm gonna go get some water really quick. Actually, I'll show you underneath my base while I get this water. So, one of the first things I wanted to do with this base was make an underwater vault that was flush with the ceiling. So this is my vault room. As you can see, it's all surrounded by metal right now. You can see the vaults here. Someone actually blew up the foundation of one of my vaults, I believe, trying to get it to drop to the floor and explode, but it didn't work. So it just hit the floor, and I could have broke it down and placed it back flush with the ceiling. It took a lot of work to get this flush with the ceiling. It's not on a typical snap point. I probably spent around 4 hours trying to design my vault, and I'll show you from the top. It worked out really well. A lot of this is still on stone pillars, but as you can see over here, I've got stone reinforced with metal. Actually, I can't show you. I gotta go inside. Here's one. Nope, that's just pure metal. I'll show you my stone reinforced. They're double layered pillars. Pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that, but you actually can if you snap them on different snap points. This here is the turret underwater. We're planning on having multiple of these underwater. They do work underwater. You can't put power like the power outlet underwater, but as long as the cord reaches, which the cord's up there, it does work, and it works amazing. We would find people trying to come into my base, and there was 200 bullets put in this, and obviously 7 of them have been fired, probably killed a naked guy. I'll show you this little underwater glitch spot I showed you in the very beginning. You just swim down in here, and all of a sudden I am underwater, but officially I'm not underwater. I can breathe, I can jump around, I can do whatever you could normally do, but it's fully covered by the waterfall from outside, which is a pretty cool room. Never ended up doing anything with it, but still was pretty sweet. Here's some metal pillars. You can see some metal fence foundations here. I'll show you what those go to later on. Pretty interesting little secret spot that I added to my base that I never showed on stream. I didn't want anyone to know about it, and it was fairly hidden, kind of in the obvious spot, but you never know. This is just another underground room that had the purpose of securing my loot boxes that I'll show you from up above. Let's go back upstairs and show you the rest of the house. This here is the loot room. I made it with a dino gate access point so I could ride my trike in. I used to use mammoths for loot, but I decided I actually like the trike better because you can load up the trike. My trike has 1,154 pounds. Robert Downey Jr.'s treated me very well. Load the trike up with all the supplies, and then I just come up here and unload the trike right up against these boxes, which, let me move this cat out of the way so I can show you. Get out of my way, cat. These boxes here, the way they're placed is made so that if someone loots these boxes, they actually don't get the loot. I never needed to really do it, and I actually never even pin-coded the boxes because I ended up sharing the house with Crom. But if these boxes were pin-coded, anyone who breaks these boxes cannot access the loot unless they blow up these metal ramps. And the way you got to do this is you got to place all of the boxes first, as many as you want, and then you place the ramps over top, and it still allows you to access them. So I was able to access any of these boxes, and if someone did raid and tried to get the loot, it's a nice little preventative measure from them actually getting your loot. The way to get upstairs, there's this little transfer box here, so I can access this from down below, put my raw metal, put some wood in there, and come up this stairs here, and we've got my smelting area. I've got 6 refineries, or forges, whatever you call them, up here. I didn't want these down below, easy access, if someone did raid me. I wanted them to have to blow through numerous things to get the loot if they were going to raid. So I use this transfer box to put the metal in, and then throw the metal into this, and light it up. I prefer to use wood always, and in fact I've put wood in these and burned them without metal, just to make charcoal to make gunpowder. So then from in here, we've got the next room. This is my electric room. This is where my generator is, my fabricator, box for the fabricator, and our 2 fridges. We've got a bunch of stuff. We got 41 Argentavis eggs for that Spino, but never ended up getting to use them. Got a bunch of meat in this one, I think. If it lets me open it. It's not letting me open it. There we go. Got a bunch of meat. In this room over here is where we make our jerky and cooking pot stuff for our kibbles. We got our water ran up through the floor, and our George Foreman grill here. We wanted to do a little bit more in here, but never really got around to it. Just kind of built it, and it worked out pretty nice. We definitely put these to good use, making a bunch of jerky. We got some prime meat jerky right there, actually. And the only way to access any of this was to actually blow through this room here. But you couldn't really get here, because if you blow through this room, I made sure to make wood ladders, not metal ladders. So if you were to blow up this hatch frame, you couldn't actually get up here anymore. So there was no way to access this upper area where all my smelting was, where all the kibbles were, the eggs, the refinery. None of this There's no way that someone could get up there. The only other way, which unfortunately I found out was a flaw in my design here, was this door. They could blow that door and jump up in here. I was planning on moving this door so that it was more secure. Never got around to it. All it would have taken is just removing this door and not having access through this way, which was more of a convenience thing. But the ramp either had to go or the door had to go to fully secure this upper area from being able to get looted. Other than the roof. I mean, if they wanted to get in here, they'd have to go through the roof, which would take more effort once they got in and learned what obstacles they had to deal with. So now I'm going to show you my vault room, which was basically, this base was just a skeleton and a vault in it for a while. This is my vault room here. We've got double layered trap doors. Apparently, if you place a stone trapdoor and trapdoor ceiling and then replace it with a metal trapdoor ceiling, the stone or reinforced trapdoor stays, and it let me place multiple trapdoors, which is pretty cool. I got this safe very flush. This is not the default snap point. It's about 3 1/4 foundations or walls high, and it took me quite a while to get this safe like this. I can access my safe. It's pretty awesome. I was really proud of this floor safe. A lot of work went into it and wanted to make it real secure. This is the other one that someone ended up trying to blow into, and it just dropped down below. As you can see, it's like that, but I decided, didn't really care. I still had one that I could access, and if I wanted to transfer over to here, I could just access this one and transfer it into this one. Now, these are my double layered pillars. There's 2 snap points when you place on a ceiling. It defaults to try to snap through the ceiling, but I was able to get them to snap in the 2 spots, and this is stone reinforced with metal. I tested it out with explosives. It actually has to deal the damage to the stone first, blow the stone up, and then you can deal damage to the metal. So it takes a little bit more effort. I believe you can actually double stack your metal ones as well. Never tried it, but there's no reason you couldn't. It's just 2 different snap points, and when you use them, they don't cause the other ones to break. Now let's go back upstairs. Let me show you in here. I also discovered that you can double layer your walls. Now, when you place, as long as your walls have another wall on the other side, as you can see here, this one is poking out. I can actually place a second layer on the outside and another layer, I believe, on the inside. You can see here there's walls sticking out this direction, walls sticking out that direction. So you can actually triple layer your walls. It's pretty cool. And then you can use fence foundations to even add more layers if you really wanted. My idea that I had for this base was to double layer all the outside with doors and door frames and make it so that nobody knew which door was actually the access point. So they would blow through the door, you'd open the door, and there'd be a wall. There would just be a steel wall next to it, which would be really cool. And if you streamed and people knew where it was, all it would take is just removing one of the walls from one of the various spots and placing it where your old door was, which is a pretty decent security measure if you're really paranoid. This is my other turret up there, access from the ceiling. Let me see if I can get up there and show you guys. We've got double layered here as well. Can access these from up here. Pretty sweet. And we got another one on the other side over here. All pretty secure. Hard to get to. Pretty much would have to blow in through the roof. Unfortunately, since I stream, people could see the easy ways to get in, but access through this trap door. Pretty cool. And I think that's about it. I definitely didn't finish this base. There was still a lot more I planned to do with it. I never even finished this area. There's just a smithy. This is where I placed it right in the very beginning of playing. Just a smithy and a couple mortar and pestles here. Never did double wall or triple wall the rest of it in. I did double layer the dino gates. So you got multiple dino gates you got to go through. But I think that's about it. Don't think I missed anything. Pretty happy with this. It took a lot of work. There's a lot of stone, a lot of hours put into stone farming into this house. But I think it was worth it. Next time after the wipe, my house will not be this big, but I definitely don't regret building this. There should be a video also of us blowing this up. I'm gonna place C4 along all sorts of foundations down below and see if I can level it in one single swoop and say goodbye to my poor house. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed some of the nice little ideas with the flush trap door and the loot room. Oh, one last thing. Top secret room. I almost forgot. This here was just a door. I never accessed this on stream. You open this door, there's another door. It's metal. As you can see, this metal wall is behind a stone wall, double layered thick. You open this metal wall, and there is a vault. There's a vault here. This vault is fully enclosed in metal from the roof to the floor, but it is not visible to being metal. Everything around it is stone, and it was kind of tucked away in a back corner of my house, containing all of the valuables that we had, all the ammo, all the C4. Pretty nice little secret location. I mean, it wasn't 100% hidden, but it seemed to be placed in a spot that could easily get overlooked, and if someone did raid, would probably go for my other vaults. I'm trying to get this door closed, but it's giving me some trouble. This door does close, but sometimes it's a little bit tricky. So I never accessed this on stream and tried to keep it secret. I'm just gonna keep that door open for now. But the entire thing's double layered. All this here is a stone wall, but behind it is a metal wall. The floor, the ceiling, all of it's all metal, but you can't see it from any direction being metal. So pretty secret, pretty secure. I was pretty confident that if anyone did get up here and they saw this door, that they probably would just overlook it, and if they didn't, then I mean, that's cool. I would assume they'd go for my other vaults first, but you never know. I'd rather be more secure than not. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now you know my secret stash, the secret vault. I'll show you kind of the area where it was at. It was behind this area here. Let's see. Let's break this wall and see if we can see it. Can't see it. Maybe it's behind this one. There we go. See? Metal wall behind the stone. Pretty awesome. Really happy with it. And that's my house. I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching.